Hello, children. You're welcome once again in the second part of the third level. We were discussing about the different points of the third level. The first decover we were discussing, and this was a practice among stamp collectors. When a new stamp was issued, they bought it and used it to mail envelopes to themselves. The postmark proved the date. Those envelopes were called first day covers. They were never opened. A blank sheet of paper was put inside a first day cover. So, here the gist of the lesson is that the story is a blending of fiction and reality. It's a kind of an effort to escape from the harsh realities of modern life. And Sam is a modern man, and he finds himself full of worries and tensions. That's why he started daydreaming, and he finds the third level while wandering there on the Grand Central Railway Station. By chance, there in New York, in that railway station, he finds that. And one night, when Charlie got late at his office, he went there to catch a subway train. There, he has been lost several times. But now he felt the place with new tunnels and corridors like the roots of a huge tree. So he walked down a corridor which slanted downward, and he felt it a wrong corridor. But he walked on and reached at the third level. So here you have already read that what kind of dresses were there, what kind of currency was there, and the spittoons were there, the old locomotives, the brass spittoons, the naked gas lights belonged to the previous century. They all belong to the previous century. And he wanted to escape to Galesburg, which was the town of his dreams. And after that, we find that it was entirely different and old-fashioned. People had beards, sideburns, and fancy mustaches. Women wore a dress with leg of mutton sleeves and high-button shoes. And there he saw a newsboy who had a stack of the newspapers, and that was The World. The name of the newspaper was The World. It was published in June 11, 1894. So this is the attire in Galesburg, Illinois. So the information booth in the center was made of wood, and because he was very much interested to go to the Galesburg, that city, but the booking clerk refused to take that currency, and moreover he was surprised to see that man, and he threatened to him also just to arrest. So Charlie just rushed out to the third level. And after that, the whole incident he had discussed with his friend Sam, who was a psychiatrist. But Sam did not agree to accept this thing that there is a kind of a third level. and he regarded it as a medium of escape and a wishful waking dream. Charlie did not listen to him because he thought that he found the third level there. So he decided to take that old fashioned currency so that he could pay the fare and he could reach to the place Galesburg. But unfortunately, he could not find the third level again. So after that, one night, when Charlie was exploring his stamp collection, among the first takeovers, he found one that was addressed to his grandfather at his Galesburg home. Charlie had never noticed it before. Perhaps someone had sent it to his grandfather, who had kept it in his collection, and now Charlie opened it. He found a letter addressed to him by Sam, and it was written on July 18, 1894 from Galesburg. So, this letter was reflecting that Sam had reached Galesburg and had found the place as charming as Charlie had described it to him. He was among friendly neighbors. He urged Charlie to keep trying to find the third level and come to Galesburg and to enjoy the lemonade party with him. So Charlie, when he came to know that Sam had bought $800 worth of old currency, and he had always wanted to set up in a hay, feed and grain business, he wanted to escape from his present profession of a psychiatrist. He hoped Sam was happily settled in Galesburg now in this business. And that's why now, after reading Sam's letter, both Charlie and his wife are looking for the third level. So this is a kind of curiosity in the mind of Charlie again, and the writer has left the decision on the readers just to feel whether Galesburg exists there or not. Now I just want to make it more clear with the different famous lines written by William Wordsworth, just to convey the same kind of content or the theme. In one poem he has said, "What is the life if full of care? What is the life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare." Means if we don't have a time to entertain, to see the beautiful aspects of the nature, to enjoy our life, then there is no meaning of the life. Again, in some other poem also, he has said, "Getting and spending merely waste our hours. Little we see in nature that is ours." Means the modern man is thoroughly wasting his time in earning the money and spending that, and he really doesn't have a little time to see the nature, which is very important to survive for all the creatures, and we also, the human being. So you can read these books, these poems, and some other stories which are related with such kind of theme. Now the question pattern. From this vistas, questions, short questions also just come in the examination, and one question carry of 2 marks, and you will have to write that within 30 to 40 words. Not lines, words. Long question also 6 marks, and it is of it. This you will have to write within 100